Hey guys, Jeff, and welcome back to the studio. So today's a special video. I wasn't going to do this video because actually I didn't expect and I didn't plan any of this, but some events have transpired in my whole guitar collection update thing and all my transactions I'm doing to try to upgrade the studio, and some really nice trade deal came about, and so I decided to go for it, and it's allowed me to change the studio up in a way that I wanted to make in this video. So without further ado, let me show you a 2020 studio update. Let's go! Starting here, we got sort of the same stuff that we had before. So we have the chair with the pedals on them. Got the cajon back there, a couple of feet for the camera and everything. Some of the lighting equipment up here. Then we got some of the guitars down there. So you'll notice the RG8 is gone. So we got a Telecaster, Stratocaster, the Ibanez, got the Jaguar, 5-string, the ATK, the recycled bass, and the acoustic bass. And up here we got the Charvel, the Les Paul, the Flying V, the SG, the 2 acoustics, my brand new jazz bass, which I still fucking love, and the P bass, and then the Tom Long signature. Down there, as far as amps go, this is still pretty standard. So we still got the Marshall MB450H on the MB115 cabinet, next to the Fender Rumble 410 cabinet. Sitting on top of that, we have this little Behringer Xenix 802 mixer that we use for vocals and for acoustic guitars and for something else, which I'm going to show you in a second. And then we got a PA plugged on it. It's an Alto TX12, so it's a 12-inch speaker with 600 watts of power. We use this as like a PA in the recording studio here, and I use that as a monitor live. And down here we've got the orange Micro Terror 20 watts, my practice amp. My Vox is obviously in the practice spot for Spider. I've got that coupled to a Line 6 212 cabinet. It's essentially the bottom half of a Spider 4 that I cut the head off and just made into a cabinet. And over here we got Fred's amp, which is the Marshall MG, whatever it is, MG100 HDFX. On this 412 Marshall cabinet. Right over here we got a new addition to the studio. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I've got an electronic drum. This is a pretty basic kit. This is the Alesis Nitro Mesh kit. So the cool thing about this thing, and I'll tell you the story in a second, but I got that out of a trade for a really good deal. I'll sit down in a moment, play a bit of drums, and talk to you about that. And then moving on, we've got the Mac again. I've upgraded the monitor. I don't know if I ever told you about that. I used to have like a 22-inch monitor bolted to the wall, so can still sort of see the holes there. But anyway, I got this 27-inch Dell on Black Friday. Got it set up on this little glass riser, so that's pretty cool. Mac Mini still there. Still got the Akai MPK Mini keyboard with this nice touch pads there, camera equipment over there, hard drive, and obviously the Focusrite Solo right there, and the green screen setup over here. So that sort of completes the studio tour. I'm going to set you guys down. I'm going to set the drum. I'm going to talk about this thing. All right, so this thing is the Alesis Nitro Mesh kit. It's a used drum that I got in trade for the Ibanez RG8. So that came about super weirdly. Like, I had this guitar up for sale for a while and I didn't get really any answers on it. And then 2 days ago, this guy shows up, says, "Hey, you'd be interested in a trade?" And at first I wasn't just going to say no outright because I wanted the money. I wanted to buy other guitars like I talked about in the previous video. But then I said, yeah, whatever, what do you want to trade for it? I figured if it's something cool, maybe it'll be worth my time. If not, I can always tell him to fuck right off. And he tells me I got an electronic drum kit that I'm trying to get rid of. Would you be interested in trading? And I've actually been contemplating setting up a drum kit in here for a while now. And I want it electronic, obviously, because the space is pretty tight, so I don't really have the space for a full drum. Also, my house is half connected to another house, so it's basically a duplex, so I can't really have an acoustic drum in here. It would probably bother my neighbor. And also, by having it electronic, what's nice, I can plug into the computer and use that to record my drum parts instead of using the Akai pads. I was already considering the Alesis Nitro Mesh, and then this guy shows up, so I got one for trade. Worked out a deal, and we got it, you know, basically traded the guitar for the kit. That's going to be now part of the channel, so I'm going to start doing some drum videos eventually and start integrating the drum parts into the covers that I make. Right now, I'm not a very good drummer. Obviously, I had some of the basics down from before, like mostly from Rock Band, so my overall skills aren't all that great, but I mean, I still got the basics down, so I can do these basic drum patterns. And the other nice thing about that is now I got basically everything I need to have a full band practice here in the studio, so I can have some friends over and we can just jam and practice here without having to carry anything. So I thought it was a pretty cool deal, and that's why I'm super stoked to have that in there. So anyways, guys, that's been it for me. I hope you've enjoyed this little studio tour update thing, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace, guys.